Aloha Waipuna. I'm Riley Coon, my wife Jenny, and we're members here. I'm the proud girl dad of two young spirited girls, ages 2.5 and 5. And we found out earlier this year, very surprising, that we were going to be having a third.
Yeah, very surprising. Biggest shock of my life. But everything with the pregnancy is going well, and I went in for a doctor's visit. The doctor suggested a routine, it's called a quad screen, to check for any genetic defects with the baby. So I got that blood work done last week, and the very next day I got the results that said that there actually was an increased risk of the baby having a genetic defect that is not compatible with life. So very shocking to us. We reached out to a few people to pray immediately. And then I did think of my daughter's preschool director. So she said, yes, of course. And then she called me about 30 minutes later and said, Jenny, our church, Word of Truth Church in Kahului, is having a healing service tonight. They don't happen often, but there's one tonight. And I really think you and Riley should be there. So we went to the service, and it was amazing. Just worship, and the word was all about healing, God's faithfulness. And at the end, the pastor encouraged us to come forward if they needed healing to the altar to get anointed with oil, be prayed over. And then he looks around and he says, I know this is a small church. I know a lot of you here, but I don't know you two. And he looks right at Riley and I. And he's like, I want you to come up first tonight. So we head up there, and he looks me straight in the eye. And he says, you're here tonight because you got a negative report about your pregnancy and about the baby.
And I was thinking, how do you know we're not here? Because I got a medical issue. How would you know? She's popping now, but you wouldn't have known then that she was even pregnant. So first of all, how would he even know that?
Yeah, and it was just, we're like, wow, God, like you have spoken, and he had the faith to tell us exactly why we're here. So he says, Jenny, place your hand on your womb, Riley, your hand, my hand, and then all these elders were around us praying for us, and he just prayed that the result would be completely reversed, that the baby is well, healthy, fine. And then he quickly transitions to, this is now a testimony of what God has done. God has healed your baby, and you need to share this testimony. You need to keep the faith in the face of fear the next week while you await the results.
And allow the peace.
Yeah, the peace.
Allow the peace of Jesus to sink in and cover us.
Yeah. So morning, noon, and night, we're just praying, seeking the Lord, dwelling with Him, like right up next to Him.
Well, and the sermons at the time too.
Yes, and Sean's sermon the Sunday before was keeping the faith in the face of fear. And he ended with, is anything too hard for the Lord? Is anything too hard for the Lord? And I just held on to that all week. So we found out this week, we got the results back, negative, all the way down, negative. No genetic defects, no extra chromosomes. The baby is completely fine.
So Jenny calls me, and I'm at the dentist, and I'm paying my bill, and they're like, "Oh, sorry, sir, it's gonna be thousands of dollars." I'm elated. Whatever, charge me all my money. It doesn't even matter. Just the news, and she's crying. And first, is it happy tears or is it sad tears? It's happy tears, and we get the results, and we're just elated. I just felt overwhelmed by the goodness of God in that day, and even now. Just the blessings, and He's just been so good to us.
Yeah, He has been faithful, and we're blessed, and we just hope that this testimony can encourage you if you're going through a hard time. God uses it all. Every moment of that waiting, He used it all, and we just feel closer to Him, even more than we did last week. So thanks for listening.